Okay, today we're looking at lesson 1.4, powers of 10 and exponent. Anybody know what an exponent is? So you didn't, Emma, what do you think an exponent is?
Number that tells how many times.
Okay, number that tells how many times a base is used as a factor. So here we go. It says use base 10 blocks. What is 10 times 1,000 written as an exponent? In other words, how many tens are in, how many times do you have to multiply 10 to get to 1,000? How many times do you have to multiply 10 to get to 1,000? Here we go. We're going to look at this vocabulary. A base is a number that is used as a repeated factor. In other words, 10 times 10 times 10 times 10, that's the repeated factor. An exponent is the number that tells how many times the base is used as a factor. So if I write 10, the third power of 10, I'm going to multiply 10 3 times. So this is my base, and this is my exponent. Expressions with repeated factors such as 10 times 10 times 10 can be written using a base with an exponent. 10 times 10 times 10, 3 factors in our multiplication sentence. The base is 10, that's the number that we're multiplying each time. We multiplied it 1, 2, 3 times. So that is why the exponent is 3. Word form, the third power of 10. Exponent form, 10 with that small little 3. Should that exponent ever be as big as your base number?
No.
No. Okay, when you write it. How many ones are in 1? How many ones in 1?
4.
How many ones are in 10, Natalie? How many ones in 10? 10. How many tens are in 100, Fred?
10.
10. Ten groups of 10, or 10 times 10. How many hundreds are in 1,000? Morgan?
10.
How many thousands are in 10,000? Logan, how many thousands are in 10,000? 10. Use T for thousands. So 10 times 1,000 is 10 to what power? Or the what power of 10? How many tens did we need? 10 times, no. 10 times 10 is? Times 10 is? So how many? 10 times 10 is 100. Times 10 is 1,000. Oh, so 10 times 1,000 is 10 to the, we had 3 here, and 1 here, to the, or the 4th power of 10. Okay, now we're going to look at the little blue box you have over to the side. It says use T for 1,000. We want to get to 10,000. So if T in the box represents 1,000, how many of these little boxes should you be drawing in here? Huh? 10. So are you drawing them? Should be drawing them over to the side in one long column. I'm not sure I'm going to get mine in one long column, but so here are all ways we could write 10,000. We can draw those boxes that represent 1,000. We can do 10 of those. We can write 10,000 ones. We can say 1 times 10 times 10 times 10 times 10 equals 10 to what power? Or the what power of 10? The 4th power of 10. Okay. Now we're on the unlock the problem. On the other side, it says multiply a whole number by a power of 10. Hummingbirds beat their wings very fast. The smaller the hummingbird is, the faster its wings beat. The average hummingbird beats its wings about 3 times 10 to the 3rd power, or the 3rd power of 10. Sorry, when I grew up we said 10 to the 3rd power. Now they want me to say the 3rd power of 10. So. How many times a minute is that written as a whole number? Multiply 3 by powers of 10. Look for a pattern. So notice that when they have the 0 power of 10, that is like a 1. That is like a 1. So 3 times 1 is?
3.
Now, 3 to the 1st power of 10, we have 1 10. So 3 times 10 is? 3 times the 2nd power of 10. So we have 10 times 10 is? What is 10 times 10? 100. And we're going to take 100 times 3. And we're going to get 3 times the 3rd power of 10. So now we're going to multiply 3 tens, which is 10 times 10 is 100 times 10 is
1,000.
Times 3 is 3,000. So the average hummingbird beats its wings about how many times a minute? 3,000 times a minute. That is pretty fast. What pattern do you see? What do we see? Each time there's a new power of 10, the number of what? Zeros increases. The number of zeros written after the whole number is the same as the number on the exponent. So notice when we got down here, we had a 3 in our exponent, and how many zeros do we have here? 3. Okay, in words that means for each power of 10 in our exponent, the number of zeros written after this whole number, the whole number in this case is a 3, so the number of zeros written after the whole number is the same as the number in the exponent, which you can see that right here. Share and show. Still on page 18 toward the bottom. Write 10 times 10 times 10 times 10 in exponent form and in word form. So Logan, what is this going to look like in exponent form? What's our base number going to be? 10. And what is our exponent going to be? 4. Because there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 10. In word form, who can remember the proper word form? Emma, what do you think? The whatever. I would have said it the 4th power of 10. But what do they want us to say? Oh, I'm sorry. I would have said 10 to the fourth power. They want you to say 10, the fourth power of 10. Okay, find the value of 4 times the second power of 10. Do your powers of 10 first. What is the second power of 10?
20.
What is the second power of 10? What does this, yes, what does this mean? This means 10 times 10. So 4 times, 10 times 10 is 100. So 400. Okay, this is number 8 on page 19 on your own. Please do that one. Find the value. 4 to the fourth, or 10 to the fourth power. The fourth power of 10. Now we have a whole number. We're going to put that whole number down here. How many zeros are we going to put after that whole number? What's our exponent?
3.
3. What you still need to understand is this is 2 times 10 times 10 times 10. Here we go. What's our whole number?
6.
How many zeros, whoops, are we going to put after our 6?
4.
You probably maybe don't want to do your comma till you get all your zeros. If there is no whole number, what's your first number? 1. All right, here we go. This is down at the bottom, number 11. So 7 times 10 to the 0 power. 10 to the 0 power is always 1. Repeat that 3 times. 10 to the 0 power is always 1.
10 to the 0 power is always
Now repeat it 3 times in your head. All right, here we go. So 7 times 10 to the 0 power is the same as 7 times 1, which is 7 times the first power of 10 is 7 times 1, 10, which is what? 7 times the second power of 10.
This is like one of those scratch tickets. You have like one of those scratch tickets.
10 times 10 is 100. So 7 times 100 is?
700.
10 to the third power is 1,000. 7 times 1,000. 10 to the fourth power. 7 times 10 to the fourth power of 10 is 10,000 times 7 is 70,000. The value of n is 2. 10 to the third may be written as 10 times 10 times 10 or 10 times 100. I didn't give, oh. Trying to get back to where the problem is. Up there, n. So 10 to the third, here's one of them, right? So how many more do we need here? 2. Lake Superior is the largest of the Great Lakes. It covers a surface area of about 30,000 square miles. How can you show the estimated area of Lake Superior as a whole number multiplied by a power of 10? Use a written pattern. Okay? Let's look at the A in that part. What are you asked to find? Okay, so I need to show 30,000 as a whole number multiplied by the power of 10. That's what you need to write there up at the top. I need to show 30,000 as a whole number multiplied by a power of 10.